The following is part 3 of 3 in a series of tours showcasing every generation of Subaru Crosstrek so far. Welcome everyone to another startup and automobile documentation. What we have here is a 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Limited. This Crosstrek is painted in magnetite gray. It does come with smart key access at the front doors. On the key fob you have the buttons for lock, unlock, tailgate release, and panic. Storage on the front door panels, power windows, locks, and mirrors. It has a black interior with orange contrast stitching, and the limited trim includes leather seat upholstery. It has a fully powered driver's seat with two-way power lumbar support and a manual front passenger seat. Now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. It does have push-button ignition. Since its debut for 2013, the Crosstrek, which serves as Subaru's entry-level crossover slotting below the Forester, has quickly become one of the most popular cars on the road today. What the Crosstrek is pretty much a Subaru Impreza hatchback with a more adventurous flair. It not only has a more rugged appearance, but it has a much higher ground clearance than a standard Impreza, which, combined with Subaru's patented all-wheel drive as standard, results in the impressive capability off the beaten path one would expect from a rugged Subaru, in a compact, relatively affordable package. The Crosstrek made its debut for the 2013 model year, and as of the 2025 model year, it is now in its third generation. This 2024 model represents the third and current generation of the Crosstrek, which made its debut for the 2024 model year. It in turn is based upon the 6th generation Subaru Impreza, which also debuted for 2024. Unlike the first two generations, the 3rd gen Crosstrek is called the Crosstrek globally, as opposed to being called the XV in international markets. For the 3rd generation, the Crosstrek is no longer offered with a manual transmission. Also notable was the debut of the even more rugged and off-road capable Crosstrek Wilderness, making it the 3rd model after the Outback and Forester to receive Subaru's Wilderness treatment. A 3rd generation Crosstrek Hybrid is also set to debut in North America for 2026. The US market 2024 model year Crosstrek came in the following trim levels: Base, Premium, Sport, Limited, and Wilderness. There were two engines on offer, with Base and Premium models using a 2-liter flat-4 with 152 horsepower. From the Sport trim level up, you get a 2.5-liter flat-4 engine with 182 horsepower. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive is standard, as is a Lineartronic automatic continuously variable transmission. Also standard on all trims is Subaru's EyeSight driver assist technology. So in the instrument cluster, we have 4 analog gauges: your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge. There's also a digital info display, which can be gone through via these controls on the steering wheel. Average fuel economy, range, etc., tire pressure monitors, audio info, outside temperature, and with the trip reset button, you can go between your trip computers. It has a 3-spoke design, leather-wrapped, and multifunctional steering wheel. Does have orange contrast stitching, sport grips. As for controls, on this side you have your source, seat track, and audio or volume controls for the audio system, Bluetooth phone controls, and your voice command button and your info display controls. Then on this side you'll find your cruise and adaptive cruise controls, gap adjust, lane centering assist, and your S and I drive modes. The steering wheel is tilt and telescopic. And there are also paddle shifters on the back of the spokes. Panel dimmer, climate vent for the driver. On this side is your exterior lighting stock, And on this side is your wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, you have your central climate vents, hazard light switch. You have your 11.6-inch StarLink touchscreen infotainment system, which we'll go over more in a bit. Physical volume power tuning knobs, also physical temperature controls and front and rear defrosters. It does have dual zone automatic climate controls, again, physical temperature controls, and then all the rest are digital in the infotainment system, so your different zones, fan speed, etc. You have a wireless charging pad, USB-C and A port along with an aux port. Entering reverse does reveal a backup camera with guidance lines, parking sensors as well. The parking brake is electronically operated. You have the controls for your 2-stage heated front seats, 2 cup holders, a 12-volt power outlet, storage, and a center console with even more storage. Auto-dimming rear view with a compass, garage home link, vanity mirrors, lights, and extensions for both sun visors, grab handles at all 4 corners, and on the overhead console you have your passenger airbag indicator, roadside assistance, and your overhead lights. Alright, here is the touchscreen infotainment system, 11.6 inches, StarLink system in the new for 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. So this basically follows suit with the Legacy and Outback redesign they got for 2020. That pretty much set the precedent for the infotainment systems in Subarus. Anyways, big screen, but we got a pretty simple setup once you get used to it. So along the top, outside temperature clock, and you have menus you can go through here. So your radio info, and this always stays put up top. Water temperature, oil temperature. You can change your widgets, local weather, and then your X mode driving modes. You have normal, snow and dirt, and deep snow and mud. So we have the home shortcut button here. This icon, it'll take you to your, basically some vehicle settings, driving assistance settings, and more. You can toggle your auto brake hold, auto start stop for the engine, your profile icon, devices, for your main menu right here. So you have your radio settings, your sources are AM, FM plus Sirius XM, and you have Bluetooth audio streaming as well, presets, etc. Just kind of quickly going over the system. I'm not going to go into every last sub-menu of every menu, but Bluetooth audio, USB, phone, etc. Phone, settings for pairing and whatnot, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, My Subaru, and then your Sirius XM travel link. So if you have a subscription, you have your local weather, parking, fuel prices, sports, that kind of stuff. Settings. Again, quite a lot of different things on here. I'm not going to go through everything. Audio settings as well, so your equalizers. Then you have stuff called, you have things called virtual bass, dynamic beat enhancer. That's interesting. All sorts of settings, My Subaru, and then under car info, you have your pitch and roll, that kind of stuff. Then your maintenance. Turn the display off, enter valet mode, do your auto start stop, or auto brake hold from here actually, and then your stability or traction control. Then you can add shortcuts. But then that's pretty much it for the system. I think it's a pretty nice intuitive system. I like having the screen here, makes it feel nice and modern. Definitely a fan of what they did with the new Impreza and Crosstreks with this 11.6-inch screen, especially in the higher trim levels. But now we'll roll down the driver's window and have a look at the engine bay. Both front windows are fully automatic. The limited trim includes a set of dark gray 18-inch 5-spoke alloy rims with a machine finish. Powering the Limited is the Crosstrek's top engine for 2024, the FB25D 2.5-liter naturally aspirated flat-4 boxer. It has an aluminum block and heads, as well as dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, direct injection, and dual active valve control. Horsepower is rated at 182 at 5,800 RPM, and torque is rated at 178 pound-feet at 3,700 RPM. This engine is paired to a Lineartronic continuously variable transmission with an 8-speed manual mode. Power is sent to all 4 wheels via Subaru's famous Symmetrical all-wheel drive system. Running on regular unleaded with a 16.6-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates are 26 mpg in the city and 33 mpg on the highway. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and a double wishbone rear suspension. 4-wheel disc brakes with ventilated front rotors are standard. Max tow capacity for a Crosstrek Limited is 1,500 pounds.
Get roof racks on this one. Storage and bottle holders in the back door panels as well. Folding rear seats. Mat pocket on the back of the front passenger seat. Coat hooks, overhead light. Rear passengers do get their own USB-A and C port, along with a center armrest with 2 cup holders. Space back here, I'm about 6'1" with the driver's seat in a pretty comfortable position for myself. For being a compact car, it's really not that uncomfortable. I still got like a good inch or so of headroom, which is impressive. Footroom is alright, legroom is not too bad. I can definitely ride back here. So, again, the Crosstrek, this was the 3rd generation of the Crosstrek. I filmed all 3 generations of Crosstrek, a 2016, a 2019, and this 2024. Very interesting to check this out. All 3 generations back to back to back in these videos. And as I've said before, the Crosstrek is immensely popular, especially in the Pacific Northwest. It seems Crosstreks sell like absolute hotcakes. Like, the second these were redesigned for 2024, I instantly started seeing these new ones everywhere. That's how much people love these. And then the wilderness trim level that they're doing, I mean, it's already surprisingly good off-road. You got the standard all-wheel drive, the ground clearance. And then, if you get the wilderness trim, it's even more capable off-road. But, I mean, even if it's not a wilderness, I think the Crosstrek, for a lot of people, offers a perfect blend of practicality and capability, and they're cool. A very well-rounded vehicle. And then, of course, there's the regular Impreza, which also offers all the same benefits if you don't want or need the ground clearance, or if you just prefer how the Impreza looks. Of course, the Impreza, you can now get the big 2.5-liter flat-4 engine in the RS trim level. And if you want a little bit more space, you can always upgrade to a Forester.
Out back, it has a single exhaust and a rear wiper. With the back seats up, the Crosstrek provides 19.9 cubic feet of cargo space. Fold the back seats down and you then get 54.7 cubic feet of space. The fuel cap is on the passenger side. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2024 Subaru Crosstrek, and as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.